Okay, let's see if we can do a real fast video on Nissan V6 engine water pump. Water pump sits underneath this hole up here in the front. It's got a cover, looks like this. 4 bolts hold it on. You'll need a wrench on 2 of them, a socket you can the other one. The timing chain tensioner sits underneath a hole in the back of the engine, down there somewhere. It sits underneath another cover like this one. The timing chain tensioner looks like this. Be extremely careful when you go to take it out that this pin and spring will drop out. You can get it out without it falling all over the place. After you get it out, push the pin down in. Use any kind of piece of baling wire or whatever to hold it back into place so you can put it back in. The water pump, or after you get the timing tensioner out, rotate the engine backwards by hand with your hands about 20 degrees. You'll feel it. Let the timing chain loose. You'll be able to reach your finger in the hole where the timing chain is. Make sure the timing chain will clear the water pump. After you take out the 3 bolts that hold in the water pump, 1, 2, 3, the top bolt and the bottom bolt are threaded for bigger bolts. It's the 8mm 125 bolts. You'll need 2 of them, about 1 inch long. I got one here 1 inch long, one 1.5 inches long. You'll thread those in to push the water pump out. After you get the water pump out, make sure that you test the holes on the engine that the little 6mm bolts will go back into. They're little teeny guys. I get extra bolts that are longer to test those with. I also use the longer bolts and I put the water pump back in to line up the water pump. Take 3 of them, put them in there. You can push the water pump in, get it all lined up, then take it back out and bolt it in with the other ones. After you get it bolted back in, rotate the engine by hand back to 20 degrees clockwise so the timing chain matches up on it again. Then you put the timing chain tensioner back in. The only gasket sealer I ever recommend on O-rings or the timing chain covers is a gasket sealer called The Right Stuff. I would never use anything but The Right Stuff on a car. Silicone is horrible and it leaks. And this job is difficult to do. Putting the water pump back in, you will want to make sure you've got some type of a piece of wire to push the timing chain around the water pump. Be extremely careful not to let the timing chain jump. Otherwise, you will bend the valves when you go to start up the car. I hope this has been helpful for you, and thank you for watching. This has been Brian's Mobile Auto Repair.